2, 3, שגר. בביצוע. לך לזה. יש פה זמן להסיט, יש פה עוד אנשים, האם להמשיך? יש פה אנשים קרובים, עשה צלב. לפה, בדיוק, עצור אותו, עוד 10 שניות.
כן, עכשיו כבר לא.
It's a hell of a pinpoint operation. It's a hell of a pinpoint operation.
Right. It's escalating really significantly, and it just underscores the need for ceasefire.
We've got to get over there.
Yep.
Thank you, John. I think, John, we ought to go tonight. I think it's crazy to be sitting around.
Hello.
Halal Safari is a correspondent who joins us from the Gaza Strip. Halal Safari, I just looked at this video. There were tanks, Israeli tanks, and then they're shelling. I'm wondering where these shells land. What happens? Because we're listening to the sounds. Every time I spoke to Akram al-Satari, there were sounds coming. Reports are saying that the Gaza Strip is being pounded all over the place. And UN has come out the most alarming statistics that I've heard, that in the past 2 days, on the hour, a child has been killed.
Well, I hope it would be as alarming to the entire international community and to the entire world. And this is so true. We're talking here about thousands of people who were injured and hundreds of them were killed. The latest number we have are 682 were killed. Among those, at least 160 child. 4,250 were injured, and among them over 1,200 child. So those numbers has risen up in the past 3 days or the past couple of days very high or very fast, especially since the ground incursion took place. So we're talking about Israel targeting Gaza from air, land, and sea, demolishing houses. Children, unfortunately, do not know how to escape. We have seen pictures yesterday of a child who was killed while he was scared. His hands were frozen, and he was crying. And this was the last pose his body had taken. So his hands were up, and he was really stressing on his face and on his eyes, and this is how he died. So he was killed while he was scared. We can imagine, or we cannot even imagine, the last scenes he have seen or witnessed before he was killed by Israel. The reason why those numbers are high, as you mentioned, that we're talking about a child dying or being killed every hour in Gaza, it's because of the strategy or the plan of targeting houses of civilians. We're talking about children right now not going on the streets, they're not going to school, there's nothing they do, they're only staying at home. And although they stay at home, they're being targeted. 2 days ago, 3 children were also targeted while they were playing on the roof of their house. So Israel did target before children on the beach because they were playing. So now children decided not to go outside, and they were playing on the roof of their building, but then again they were targeted. Yesterday at Al-Shifa Hospital, I got to meet a 4-year-old girl. Her name is Shayma. Shayma is a child that survived, but I'm pretty sure that Shayma wished to be one of those who were killed as well. She's only 4 years old. She has lost her mom, her dad, and her siblings, and she actually witnessed them dying in front of her eyes when Israel targeted their house in Beit Lahia. What's even worse, that Shayma does not talk to anyone anymore. She's totally silent. She's in a shock. She's traumatized. The only thing she talks to is a doll. She named her doll Asil after her sister, who was also killed in front of her eyes, and she only talks to this doll. So imagine the situation. Not only children are being killed, but also other children are suffering and are traumatized because Israel decided to make the children a target of their aggression.
And quickly, if you can, Hala, Israel says that they are targeting tunnels. That's the aim of their operation. They have come out in defense of their aim, given that that's what they're doing, and they're saying that Hamas is using the civilian population as human shields. But our reports indicate that they go and they kill everything in sight. It doesn't match up to what their stated goal is.
Well, okay, so if we want to believe what Israel is saying, how come a tunnel can be on a 10th floor of a building or a 6th floor of a building? A tunnel is supposed to be underground, not above ground, and their killing and continuous murder is targeting people above ground, obviously.
Very well. I appreciate that. Halal Safadi, I'm sure we'll be in touch. That's Halal Safadi there, giving us the grim stories that is happening there in the Gaza Strip.